Alright, so fair warning, there's going to be additional spoilers in this one, so if you haven't played through a decent amount of the game, aka if you haven't unlocked a lot of Pyre hearts, wink wink, and you care about spoilers, then this is probably a video you should wait on. So that's your fair warning. Alright, we're going to do it here. So, because I keep getting broken stuff offered, we're going to be specific about what we choose here. So, I had, out of the new clans, spoiler, out of the new clans, the only one we haven't done a video on yet is Coven, so we're just going to do them, and I figure we'll do Arduin as the champion because he's typically kind of middle of the road. He can pop off for sure, especially on the sleigh path, but typically it's going to be a reasonable run, kind of. And we're going to open up our randomness in the second one too, and yep, here's your spoilers to everything. So yeah, if you've played enough and you've unlocked enough Pyre hearts, you will now know that there is the returning clans. So we're going to open it up to everything. We may get Monster Train 1 clan, or we may get a 2. I don't really care either way. I still find, and I will say this, there's definitely been some buffs to a lot of cards, but they're largely the same in their essence of what they do, and I do think that they will eventually do a further redo of these original clans to make them more Monster Train 2ified, shall we say. Because right now they don't have any like equipment or rooms or abilities. Those are like 3 very cool things that are missing from them, and they can totally do that. I know they're already brainstorming, I believe. I can't really say one way or another for sure, but that's the vibe I get. And what I will say is, for me personally, I don't particularly like playing both MT1 clans when I do a combo, just because it does lack a little bit of that flavor, but I totally am fine with mixing in one of the other clans if I have a Monster Train 2 as part of the combo. I don't know if I explained that well, but basically the game is just less fun to me if I have both of the Monster Train 1 clans, but it's not so bad if just one of the clans is from Monster Train 1. But I'm still going to leave it random for everything. I'm not going to force Monster Train 1 or 2, either way there. So, and we definitely want to make sure we're picking a Pyre heart this time, because I keep getting the broken Pyre of Dominion. The other Pyre that I would say is kind of S tier is Malika's Shifting Pyre, so we won't do that one either. It's basically just Capricious Reflection in Pyre form. You know, you get a random upgrade on everything. So, we can choose one that's a little more reasonable here. Like Echo the Time Father, for example. It's not super powerful, but it is, I would say, the highest skill ceiling Pyre. Because it's basically you get an ability to freeze everything. And if you're not utilizing it, then you're not getting any benefit out of it. So we'll try this and see how it goes. Okay, guess we're fighting Dominion again. And Holy Shield, this is the easiest of the Kales, and this is the hardest of the Archeons, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Okay, so we're Underlegion, Exiled as a secondary. That's pretty good. I like their starting card. It's probably my second favorite of the starting cards. We got Rot, which is a great starter. We have Gravity, which is okay. It's not amazing, but it can be okay. It's a hard card to use sometimes, but not so hard when you're the exiled variant of Coven, and I'll explain why in a little bit here. And Selene Acolyte, pretty good unit, but not a great one to start with Arduin, because in my opinion, you typically You typically want to, in my experience, if I can help it at all, I usually try to justify, where is it? Yeah, I usually try to justify the slave path here. The problem with it is, if you notice, at rank 1 it has 12 health, and that just loses to the first ring, or first 2 rings quite often if you're having a weak starting card to accompany it. And not that the Selene Acolyte is weak, but it is weak in the ring 1 because of the 5 health, and the ring 2 because of the 5 health. But we also do have Rot, so I'm like, Rot can pretty much solo the bosses. So I think I will still try to go Slay if I can help it. I'll probably just run a Shield Steward in front of him, and then hope for the best. Alright, well we are not offered it anyway, so these paths are much less fun to me. I really like permascaling. It's just a fun little minigame to do, but that's okay. We could still pick it up later if it's offered. So your choices here. I don't really like the incant path on Arduin. I think incant in general is less powerful in Monster Train 2 as a keyword than it was in 1, because you typically are not focusing everything on one single floor. Plus, the incant is completely defensively focused. Now, granted, you know, if I go back to the logbook here, oh right, okay, never mind. Ignore me. Yeah. I won't reveal any previous iterations of the unit, but we'll just say that it is for sure just defensively focused the whole way through, I guess. And to me, that's not very useful. It might be okay if we're fighting like a Savagery variant of Seraph, because there's a lot of incoming AoE damage, but otherwise it's only really helping for Relentless, and we're not going to have a problem with that anyway. So I might as well just take the Shadow Cast. It's nice because I can control my moon phase a little more, which could be good for this. I will say one thing though, it is kind of at odds with the Selene Acolyte currently, because obviously I want to be in New Moon with the Arduin, but then I would want to be in Full Moon with the Selene Acolyte. So there is some anti-synergy there, but we also may not care. So I'll just take this. It's just so much more powerful. It's very similar to like, it is something that falls off later, but the nice thing about it is it's better as just a passive unit in this form, and it's also just a ton of stats, similar to like a Titan Channel Soul Guard or a Burnout Rector or something. So high floor, low ceiling is the path that we chose. Okay, this is interesting. We don't have any healing currently, but there's some really good healing spells. I think we're just going to take Odie's Totem, though. It's going to be pretty powerful. It is a little bit anti-synergistic with the Acolyte, but it's very synergistic with our Rot. And Rot I definitely want to play. Also, I would love to take an Ember Trial to get gold if it's offered. So that will be something we build into here. You get a draw down. This is always one of the toughest trial combos, by the way, to have the draw downgrade along with the Scourge Shuffler Ring 1. But Echo the Time Father covers a lot of this, so we should be fine. You know, I can basically just freeze my Rots for the boss, and that should pretty much get us through this. Alright, we will kill that, do that, and then we'll just stack some Conduit here. Another thing about Arduin is he has Mage Blade by default on all paths, and Mage Blade increases his attack damage based on the Conduit on the floor. Conduit is basically the same thing as, remember Mollusk Mage? It's basically a buff that you stack and it gives this floor magic power. Very central theme, or it's a very central to this clan. We're seeing the brutalness of the draw downgrade here. Okay, this is probably worth freezing. I don't know though, I think I'm going to play the rot here just to try to save some Pyre health, otherwise I'm going to take some damage here. And I don't really care to freeze the Acolyte, I'd much rather freeze the next rot that's going to come up. And let's just kill this so that we get our draw better. Alright, well, we'll get that hopefully soon enough here. We'll do this. Doesn't really actually change much here because this hit was hitting a 5 health unit anyway. We'll hit that there. Now we don't want to play Spear Steward here because it's just going to give this guy a slay. And we want his rage to tick down. Arguably, if I have a gravity show up this next turn, I may even want to just kill my own Spear Steward here. But for sure we're going to hit Rot on this guy. Wow. Well, we're bottom decking that Rot, I guess, but that's, I guess, okay. Yeah, so I think... Well, we got two options here. We have Ascend right now. Gravity either descends or Ascend based on the moon. He's going to get one slay regardless. So what I should do is just move this guy up. And then he'll get his slay there, but whatever. Give him that. That thing dies. Let's stack some decay here then. Once we hit one rot on this guy, that should finish him off. So we'll hit him with the rot. He's dead already, but just for due diligence, we'll shift back here. Now, if I ever had an awkward turn, I can always just force my shift with his ability to go back to New Moon. So we never ended up using the Echo the Time Father there. Our draw was just too messed up, and I had to use the spells. So I'll have to showcase it at a different time. Alright, all of these cards are decent. Probably won't take the Moon Pixie because it's attached to the Calcified Ember, and it's a little bit... I have to get some health on it, so I pretty much will have to go to a Merchant of Steel if I want to justify picking it, because I'd want to overstack a floor using Gravity, and since it already comes with Conduit, and it enchants the whole floor with Conduit, that's going to be a lot of damage that would... happen to go on it, so I would need the 20 health upgrade. So Bloody Moon is basically kind of like Mind Collapse, except it requires more to initially play, but it has more initial damage. Kind of gives you the same result though, especially if you upgrade it. And then Celestial Storm would be pretty powerful. It's pretty expensive though, but we do have the Odie's Totem. When I already have two rots, though, it's tough for me to take this. Because I'm already trying to cost down those rots. But it's a really good card with the Echo the Time Father because I can just permafrost it for when I really need it. And I very much will not want to go probably to the Underlegion banners here because while I do like this Spore Touch starter card in general, it doesn't really synergize the same way as the Fun Guy spawn would with most of the Underlegion units. And also just, I don't know, I do have Arduin the very strong opener path, which means I'm not forced to go to the Merchant of Steel necessarily. I may still want to hit the Merchant Magic just to get these rots costed down. Even if I do that though, I don't know that the Celestial Storm is getting picked here. Let me think. We've got Dominion. Bloody Moon would be better into Dominion, I think, because I can kill the enchanters or the utility units in one hit, even if I never upgrade it. Might be better for this as well. Both of them are not necessarily very good into the Savagery Scion. I think we'll just take Bloody Moon. Okay, I'm definitely taking Loam Coat here. Loam Coat is one of the best cards in the game, even worth taking with the Calcified Ember here, so it's just such a good card. It opens up everything in the game pretty much, and it's like gives you 20 health on top of it. Like, it's definitely worth taking. It gives you regen and most important part of this is it propagates to every resolve. So keep in mind, like let's say I put even just one conduit on a unit, then they're going to gain 2 conduit every single turn. And if I can find any other sort of buffs, that would work as well. Yeah, also a really good one to put on a shroom if we end up going some shroom route, which we still might. We don't know yet, especially if we have the Underlegion banner that we're taking here. So am I committed to the Merchant of Magic here? I think I am. Most of the Coven banners are pretty good. It's pretty hard to brick them. But I don't know. The Loam Coat opens up quite a lot of the the Underlegion banner units. I think we're gonna go to the right here. Alright, we got double stack. That's almost certainly going on a rot. It's really powerful there, and then we'll just make it make it a 2 cost. Okay, both of these are like the best uncommon Underlegion banners in my opinion. They just passively do things. I'm probably going to lean toward the Prickly Puffball here. It will go very well with the Loam Coat in just getting a defensive buff and then having regen stacking. Granted, we're still going to need something to deal with Dominion, but actually if I can somehow get some shrooms, that would be a good way to deal with that. If I get shrooms, the Spore Launcher would be better. The problem with the Spore Launcher is right now I'd really need to roll into some early fungi spawning draft picks, and I may brick on them. If I get them, the Loam Coat then can pretty much carry me there, but I might as well take the thing that's just immediately good for me. So we'll double stack that, make it cost 2. So now it's doing, and Rot is one of my favorite cards. Now it's double stacked. I'm getting 90 damage over time on top of the 15 initial damage. So that's going to kill anything in the early to mid game, no problem. It's going to kill the bosses, no problem. It still maybe is not amazing in the late game, but it's still good enough. It's going to, along with the Prickly Puffball, allow you to kill still the late game tanks. So I think that's pretty good. We could also take a Smell Chain here on one of these. Like, it wouldn't be horrible on a Moon Ritual or a Bloody Moon, but I think we may want to save our money. We may want to hit this Merchant of Arms or Magic, either one. We'll just have to see. And I don't think I'm going to put +10 on anything, and I'm not going to re-roll because I don't got enough money to do that. We should definitely be good in this fight, though. We'll set up bottom for most of these fights moving forward. Let's put you there. And we did get the oh no, we got the Titan Skin Trial. Okay, so let's put a conduit here, because eventually we want to put our Loam Coat on the Puffball to get that HP buff and the regen. Let's see. This thing's gonna die naturally because it's taking 20 damage on resolve anyway. I am thinking, should I permafrost this? This is kind of where the skill cap comes in with the Echo of the Time Father, because gravity might be worth permafrosting here. If I somehow brick massively on the next turn and draw like 4 Moon Rituals and like a Blight or something, then I won't be able to kill like a Collector. I can put this guy here though, and then I think I would still maybe brick potentially. So I think in the name of just not bricking, let's do this. Yeah, see, this is why I do this. I would have been fine because I drew the gravity. We for sure want to do that. We for sure want to kill that, and then let's just save an HP here. Now, because I'm stuck in the wrong moon phase, this is great. Now I just take the phaser, now I'm doing 62 damage, that'll be good enough. Okay, we're gonna kill the boss this next turn, so we might as well play that, but we can play this for free, so we may as well do that. I'll stack some of this back here, because this guy might die to the boss, like, eventually, or whatever. Alright, looks like he's dead without our need to intervene, but just for good measure, we'll give him the rot. Okay, we did get offered an uncommon here, which is Lunacy. Lunacy can be okay. It's not currently amazing with me, but if I end up with like an astrologer, it could be pretty good. I don't know that an astrologer is super important to this build at the moment, though. It might be, because I got good AoE damage and I got some good support with the rots, but I may need another damage source. I do have Arduin as well. Starstruck is kind of leaning or standing out to me right now, because having the ability to daze things is really important, especially into Seraph Dominion. Yeah, it sucks that it's attached to the Ember, but it is what it is. So we would have hit on the spawn here. Spawning pods is really good, and so is Infectory. Both of those are top-notch ways to spawn fungi, but they are unfortunately anti-synergistic with my prickly puffball, but they might be okay if I think that I need the Acolyte to do something on this run. The other option is just Gooey Flask, which is okay. It's very mediocre, but it does things. The sap can be useful at times to save your hide. If anything, it can be useful into the Titan fight too if I go into it with low Pyre HP, which could be a thing. It's hard to predict, right? The Infectory, I would probably take Infectory here just speculatively if it wasn't attached to yet another Calcified Ember. That can be a little bit frustrating when just the card that you want to take always is the Calcified Ember one, but that's just how it goes sometimes. I think I'm just going to take the safe route and take the Gooey Flask. Another day we'll have a fun guy spawning run, but they're just not really, I don't want to force them just to show them off. I'd rather win and show you how to win consistently. Not immediately clear for me which way to go here. There's definitely some good Luna Coven units we could hit on, like Astrologer, for example, would be a nice unit. I could even overstack it to my floor. We may end up with a single floor setup here, I don't know yet. Having two gravities kind of leans me towards kind of wanting to do that, but then again, maybe not. We'll see. If I do this, I can upgrade another one of my rots, and that's a really strong upgrade. Or I could get like Holdover or Double Stack and Starstruck, which would be really good. Kind of leaning toward that. If I go to the right, I could like make my Loam Coat deployable, but that's not so great with Odie's Totem. You know? The Pyre health is always nice, but we actually never took any hits, so we're kind of good there. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, so back to our conundrum here. I'm leaning toward Merchant of the Magic. Now, there is some really good hits at the Merchant of Arms. One of the best equipments in the game could be found there, which is the Moonlit Glaive, and Cycle Staff's not bad either. I'm about equally likely to find either, even though one is rare and one's uncommon. The way that the spread of what's available in the Merchant Arms actually makes them similar in their odds to be found. I don't have giant conduit stacking currently because I don't have the Slay Path of Arduin, and I only have the starter card as far as conduit goes, so Moonlit Glaive might not be as powerful as it normally is. Cycle Staff will always be powerful though to get early. You know, it's just a perma-scaling thing. Only problem is right now it's a little awkward because Arduin's already hitting strong. And I would need another unit to put it on, and if I go that route, there's no banner. Granted, we will get a banner offered at the boss here, but that's probably the last banner we get. I typically don't like to visit banner nodes after Ring 3, if I can help it, because there's just so much value on the other nodes. And there's also rooms we could get. They're okay. Currently, the Eclipse Chamber is okay with my Arduin, but I don't really have a problem ending in New Moon. This would be particularly good, though, if I wanted to end in Full Moon and actually put my conduit, or put my Slain Acolyte on the floor, which could be really good. I just wonder if Slain Acolyte's a little bit redundant with my AoE that I already have. And then Planetarium's just pretty solid. Then we have the Underlegion rooms, all of them. You can't find Infectory, you won't find commons at the Merchant Arms, but I could find either Grow Room or Mushy Room. Both of them are absolutely top tier rooms. And as far as equipment goes, can't find the Loam Coat, but we could find Mitosis Cap. I don't really like Mitosis Cap. It's just a little awkward, but it would be okay here, because I guess I wouldn't mind duping my Spore Singer, but I would still want to get upgrades on it first, so it's like if I buy it, it's just awkward. And then there's of course the neutral equipment. All of them are kind of okay. Void Armament's really good with Arduin. Meat Shield I could combine with the Loam Coat, but it's like maybe not that necessary. I wouldn't really want Glass Cannon. Bloodthirsty Blade wouldn't probably not stack that much unless I'm going to commit to using, what's her name? Slain Acolyte. Equalizing Rings could combine with the Loam Coat to just add some extra damage, but it probably wouldn't be that good. Now, Stoic Plate Mail is really good with, if you do have Fungi, it's a really good one to put on Fungi because you don't really care about silencing them, and it just gives them a ton of extra health to maintain their stacks, but we're not doing that. Overgrowth Carapace could also be just good to stick on the Slain Acolyte if I put her on her own floor. And I could try to time it so that like a Steward dies in front, but she still survives. And then she starts growing after that. I don't know though, I think I'm still leaning toward Merchant of Magic as I look through all that. I'm like, there's some good stuff, but I could still completely brick. Like, say I just get offered like Glass Cannon or Quick. I mean, the Quick is good on the Slain Acolyte, but again, it's just redundant with the units I have. I think we're going left here. I would love to find a Shade Guard, by the way. I'll explain why if I do see it. So we got double stack that might just go into the rot here. Okay, we'll take Astrologer. I really don't like Nightingale. It's only really good if you have the Eclipse room, in my opinion. Or just some scaling. Otherwise, it's just like a worse Horned Warrior, in my opinion. Like, sure, it comes in with Stealth too, but it just has Multi-Strike 1. The starting stats suck, and it has to be a New Moon for it to work. Granted, that wouldn't really be a problem for us, but the Astrologer's nice because it just sort of passively scales. And now with the Astrologer, I have better reasons to take a card that phases a lot. And at 10 health even, without upgrades, I can still gravity it to my main floor if I need to. So, we need to think, are we going to double stack this, or are we going to double stack this? I'm leaning toward the Starstruck currently. Granted, I can kind of get the same benefit if I just spell chain it, but I don't know. How much money is all of that? That's 110 plus 95. So that's 285. I can't actually buy both of them. And I want to buy the Emberstone as well. This is a tough one. I want to make... If I get a ×5 offered at this cavern, it'd be hard for me to justify ×5ing the rot. ×1ing it is probably what I would do, but if I could double stack the Starstruck and 0 cost it, would I then want to ×5 it? Maybe. That's like really overcompensating for Dominion, I feel, at the cost of maybe making all of my other rings worse. I think because we still got a lot of time till Dominion, this magic is not great. It's opposite of an Empyrean Well, but we may want the health. Probably not, though. I don't think I'm going to leak very much on this run. And the final magic is pretty good. That might just be where I try to find either holdover or spell chain or double stack on my days card, because I'm pretty sure rot is just more beneficial to me at the moment. So we'll do that. And I could wait on the Ember upgrade, I think, when we visit here. Just in case I get a card that wants it. Yeah, I don't know why. I just have a good feeling when this thing is going to come around. I'm actually leaning toward maybe the Loam Coat. Is that weird? Because I'm already going to basically, you know, I put an Ember upgrade here, and I got 2 of them. Do I really need 1 more? I don't think that I do. Whereas, like, I can just get another Loam Coat, and then, even if I never end up putting deployable on it, I'm able to find it faster, and I wouldn't mind having a Loam Coat on 2 of my units. That's, like, pretty good. And it's also a way to counter Dominion Seraph. Definitely not going to ×5 anything. I don't think anything here is worth ×5ing. So let's do that. Let's copy the Loam Coat. It's just really good. Plus, I don't want to bottom deck it against Siphon Archeon. And I'm just increasing my odds to not bottom deck it. Why did I think I couldn't afford all of that together? My brain is just somewhere today. In hindsight, I could have 0 cost and spell chain that, and that would have probably been worth ×5ing, but for some reason I just thought I didn't have the money to do all that. I guess I did. Well, seeing that, I'm actually plenty okay just spell chaining this. That will pretty much solve Dominion if I can get a holdover on it. If I can't get a holdover on it, I will just reduce the cost and actually just Hellvent it, maybe here. That, I wouldn't need holdover, because combined with the Echo of Timefather, I can pretty much guarantee that I'm dazing Dominion enough. Got 40 bucks. I don't think we want to +10 anything, even though it's only 20 bucks. Alright. By the way, if you want to take on the Titans, you always have to take those Titan Trials. So I'm just automatically taking them every time. So we definitely want to put a unit up top, because we don't want Archeon to start on the bottom. If I don't fill a unit on the top floor here, that is what's going to happen. Now, I really want to get the Astrologer out so he starts immediately cycling, but there is some risk there, because I think Archeon actually starts with 9 damage, so it's probably fine. We'll do that. And then hopefully I can just draw some unit to put in front of it and eat the hit anyway. Oh yeah, 7 damage. We're totally fine here. And we drew this anyway. Now I have some options here. If I wanted to, I could freeze the Loam Coat. And then just play this. You know, I may not redraw this Calcified Ember with 22 cards to draw through here. Let's see, 5 times 5, because I'm probably going to kill him bottom floor. 5 waves remaining. It's very unlikely that I get this back, so I think I'm going to actually greed this out here. I don't really need the Loam Coat immediately here. We can do this. I'll eat up that hit. I'll put this here, and I'll put one here too, because I'm going to eventually put the Loam Coat here. And then we'll just do this so I get my damage back. I want to kill them here so that he's not siphoning on the different floor. Granted, he's guaranteed to come bottom here, so he is going to siphon anyway, but it's fine. And then I will freeze that. And also, phasing again helps this guy to scale more. If I do this, it means I actually don't save any damage, because you'll notice he gains a ton of damage. He gains 4 rage on a siphon, so we don't want to kill it before he attacks me. And unfortunately, this is not enough to kill that. Granted, I am on full moon right now, and I can just daze Savagery, which might be something that I want to do. If I do that, I should play it before things so that I can Bloody Moon, but I don't think it's that important. I think we're just going to go like this, so that he starts gathering regen and conduit. And before we do this, we're going to daze him twice, because he is going to, since I don't have any units mid, he's going to come back here, and I don't want him to attack my Astrologer if I can help it. And we'll do this just to get another cycle. And to get more damage here. It's not going to kill this, which is actually pretty good for us. Alright, so he's back here, but he's dazed, so he's not going to hurt me. This is going to die, though, unless I actually have no way to put it to descend, because this is on cooldown and I didn't draw any moon rituals. That's okay. I don't think it's too big of a deal. This guy dies anyway. Does kind of suck that, let's see, takes 20. I think I can ascend this guy, and he still dies. I'm pretty sure the decay and his thing resolves before they heal, so that might be something worth doing here. That way these guys don't get healed. Yeah, so he'll die just the same. And then I can go here. And I can put this up here to, I don't know. I think I'd rather play this than playing a Spore Touch, because it's just there to block Archeon if he comes back. If I put him mid, he's just going to immediately die. So Archeon is just going to come back down here anyway. I also could have, by the way, just replayed the Loam Coat on Puffball if I thought I needed the immediate 20 health. It doesn't stack the item, but it does give you the 20 health reapplied. Not to your max health, but it would heal you if you have empty health, so that's just something to keep in mind. If I put this guy here, it will draw Archeon back to that floor, and we do want to do that. At this point, we just want to focus on making sure the boss dies, so let's start stacking him. We're going to draw our rots coming up here. Alright, good thing we took the gooey flask. This should save our life here. We definitely want that guy to live. This guy doesn't die, which is good. Now, I will take 4 here unless I want to do this. We've already used our Echo the Time Father, so the question is, do I think I can greed out saving 4 Pyre health, or do I just want to pretty much guarantee the Relentless kill? We've only got 1 wave remaining, so I think I want to guarantee the Relentless kill by putting the Rot here. Well, I'm technically not guaranteeing it here. Let's definitely do this. I only need to hit the rot one more. He's gonna die just passively on the second floor, so we're fine here. Let's just stack this here. Hit that there. You can see how Archeon, the Siphon version is definitely the hardest though, right? Alright, so we'll just do this. We have no perma-scaling to worry about, and we already played out our Calcified Ember, so just do that. GG. Okay. Interesting choices here. All of them are decent. Spike of the Legion is typically a pretty good card, though right now it's not amazing. It's I'm probably gonna take an Ember upgrade, and it's pretty good. I mean, I'll have 5 Ember a turn, so in that regard it's pretty good, but a lot of these times I'm drawing Loam Coat, I'm drawing Rot, I might be drawing the Starstruck without a cost reduction. I'm already kind of spending amounts of Ember that would limit how good my Spike of the Legion can be. But it's only really functionally stacking Conduit, which right now I don't have huge payoff for Conduit. You know, I don't have any attuned spells. I don't have huge stacks of Mage Blade to care about. And it's looking like I'm not going to take a pip upgrade or anything. So like Selene Acolyte is like questionable. Unearthed Treasure would bring back a Gooey Flask currently. It's not amazing, but it can be really good speculatively to set up some cool stuff. I think the solid choice here is just Cycle Staff, which unfortunately comes with another Calcified Ember, but this I can probably just stick on like my Astrologer, and he'll be my finishing unit on the top or middle floor. And hopefully we find like a Shade Guard or some tank to stick in front of it in this upcoming unit draft. I think we'll take that. Okay, we didn't find a traditional tank, but the Cluster Colonel kinda is functionally a tank. Guess what? We got the stupid Calcified Ember. Deathcap Prophet is normally a good utility unit, but we just aren't rallying here. We didn't take any Shroom stuff. If we had Shroom stuff, this thing pretty much guarantees you like 10 draw every turn, which is really nice, but you know, if I had the Cluster Colonel already, it'd be great to pair with it. I think we're going to take this, though. This is going to be pretty useful. It just sucks that we have you know, double Calcified Ember here. So, my immediate thought is go left. I have Pyre Health that I need to replenish. Cavern could be good. I have enough money to buy 1 guaranteed trinket. And then this steel's pretty good here, so like, you know, like I said, I don't necessarily want an Underlegion banner at this point. It would be okay. I would still take like a Spore Launcher, but other than Spore Launcher, I wouldn't really care too much about an Underlegion banner. And this has an Armory and a Empyrean Wall and a Steel. That makes it easier for me to not take the Steel. The only reason I would take the Steel here is if I thought I'm unlikely to hit any future Steels. Granted, I'm only going to hit 1 future Steel, it looks like. You know, the final Steel doesn't look great to me, and there's really no other Steels other than this one. Which means we're going to probably miss on a few upgrades that we would want to see. You know, we want multi-strike on the Astrologer, we want Titanite, Large Stone, or Dualism on the Puffball. I actually lean toward Titanite most. So there's 3 upgrades, 3 or 4, actually 4 upgrades that are very good for us. So we're pretty much guaranteed not to completely brick, but because there's so many upgrades that I want, maybe it's just useful for me to hit the steals. Now the thing with the Merchant Trinkets though, when you have Underlegion, you pretty much want to go to them because there's so many amazing trinkets for Underlegion. I think we're just going to go left. Okay. Here's two examples of some pretty good artifacts. Now, the Ancient Roots is less good to me because I have both the Odie's Totem and the Hell's Flame, but I'm still probably going to take it here. I probably don't, with my deck, want to take Twin Mines because I don't really want to fill my deck up with gooey flasks. So this is pretty clearly just Ancient Roots. That'll make it pretty easy for me to take a draw upgrade with my final upgrade, which I was going to do anyway, but it makes it even easier now. Okay, we're going to go all the way on this because we have Pyre health to replenish. Oh, that's super good. Amazing. Alright, now we have a draw upgrade. Keep it going. Oh my god, look at us high rolling here. Look at us high rolling. And we gotta go. We'll take it. I very likely won't make use of this, but we might as well take it over 25 gold. And then because we went the full route here, we get the Looming Dark Shard, which is super good. Now it's not so bad that we have these calcified embers, because when I see a blight, I gain an ember and I draw a card. Granted, I'm still going to play them if I can. Now, it's a little risky here because even with the Pyre replenish, I'm on pretty low Pyre health here, but I'm not too sad about it. Okay, interesting. So we got some options here. The Battleborn is my favorite path. The only question is, can I realistically make it work here? It's a little tough because, you know, we're looking at 60 damage if I don't take the Mystic Hammer. I can up the damage with Lunacycle Staff and, you know, Conduit, but it's not going to kill any of the tanks coming up. You know, 130 is the lowest HP tank that I'm looking at. So I would have to put Arduin on like the second or third floor to start getting slays. You know, I need the units to already have some decay ticking, and I need to make sure it dies to Arduin and not the decay. Which also makes my Relentless rounds a lot harder to do if I'm not going to have Arduin on the floor with Prickly Puffball. But I can stick Arduin behind the Cluster Kernel on either the second or third floor, and he'll survive, and he'll stack up. You know, it'd be a pretty big fail to take this and not get any slays, because then I'm giving up a ton of damage. You know, because I just don't have huge reasons to have Conduit currently, I think I'm going to stick with Mystic Hammer. Another time in another place, we'll go the Slay route. The anime would have been decent. Okay, this is the hardest ring 4. We got the hardest boss and the hardest group. And probably the hardest trial for this group. But we're going to take it because we want that gold. Hopefully we're not throwing here, but I think we're going to be fine. You know, I got the emote tome, I've got draw upgrades, I've got so much for myself here, so I think we should be good. Now we want to go up top with these, give ourselves the most time to prepare for Relentless. I doubt we're killing him bottom floor because my Puffball is vanilla. And if I don't draw the loam coats fast enough, it won't survive much. Alright, we'll do this. And we want to hit this twice, I think. And then we'll do this and that. So now it's dying. Now keep in mind, I would not have got the Slay here if I had gotten, you know, even if I put him up here, I might not get the Slay. So I think we did the right thing. I don't really want to redraw this, so I'm just going to do that. We actually kill it here. Perfect. Because of the decay. Now, because we have the Ancient Roots, it plus the emote tome, we always want to play a good cost-reduced card as our first play. We'll put the Cycle Staff here and the Loam Coat here, and I could permafrost some of this if I wanted to. I think I do. I'm just going to play this out and permafrost these cards, and I'll do this so that I kill everything here. We want to kill these things and not let them stack up, because the boss, like I said, it sucks all of the enemies that are on the train back down to the bottom floor, so we want to make sure that these things are dying. I'm going to try to save a little bit of damage here by doing this. And then let's just play out one of these, I guess. I need to start getting rid of some stewards, maybe. Okay, this draw is not great. We're going to Loam Coat this. Now keep in mind, Troop is a buff, so I actually, instead of spawning 4, I'm going to be spawning 6 by doing this. So this pretty much guarantees that we're going to hopefully be good for Relentless. The other option was to replay it on Puffball, but I don't think we want to do that. So I think this is a bit unfortunate. I think we're just going to do this. Maybe I should have saved my Rot, I don't know. But it's all good. Actually, it's dying, so let's keep that permafrosted. We don't want to redraw it. Okay, we'll do this one. Let's make this guy dazed. Unfortunately, we're not... Oh, we are killing him, right? Okay, good. As long as he dies, we don't want him to come back down to the bottom floor, right? Because this boss... So we handled this boss pretty well. Unfortunately, we're still pretty weak here. But this Rot should go a long way to helping us. I'll just stack as much of this here as we can. He's just going to die naturally. Definitely got to get rid of these stewards, though. They're killing my redraw. Alright, he's dead, but just for good measure, let's go ahead and hit him with our Rots. If he didn't die there, he was definitely going to die up top, so we got through it here. That's pretty good. Okay, Eclipse Chamber, Cover of Night, and Moonrise. Cover of Night would be good for my secondary floor. I could, if I can play it with a Loam Coat already applied, then it will just continually gain stealth and just be permanently living. Granted, it still would get hurt to the corruption that Dominion applies, but it at least would not take a strike. We obviously wouldn't want to use this on our main floor with the prickly puffball. Moonphase we really don't need. I have no need of additional Ember. Eclipse Chamber probably only makes sense if I want to overstack the Slain Acolyte to my floor. Which currently I don't know that I do. Kind of leaning toward Cover of Night. It kind of just solidifies my other floors. It does mean I'm going to have to definitely either get a Grow Room, a Grow Artifact, or start Hellventing my Loam Coats even more. I honestly don't mind Hellventing my Loam Coats even more. I actually did not get too many cycles on my Cycle Staff. because I don't know. My Hellhunt's right now, it's either Rot, Starstruck, or Loamcoat. And if I take this, then Loamcoat becomes even more enticing to keep, you know, Hellhunting. It also gives me another nice target for another spell chain if I find one up here. I think we'll take it. Hey, there's the Grow Room. I'm definitely taking this. This is one of the best cards in the game. The other ones are decent, but yeah, Grow Room, easy choice. Now I don't have to Hellvent the thing. I'm actually going to Hellvent the Grow Room now. And we're definitely going left. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Titanite absolutely goes here. And Dualism absolutely goes here. Now let's check this. I could take a mushy room and just have that be on the middle floor. My current thought is the middle floor is probably empty, or you know, just we stick fodder there. Top floor is Cluster Kernel and Astrologer with a Grow Room. Bottom floor is Prickly Puffball and Arduin with a Grow floor. Middle floor can be Mushy Room. It's not that necessary considering my top floor is going to be perma-stealth eventually, but a Boiler Room is really good too. But since I want to stick Grow Room on my main floors, I don't think a Boiler Room is going to be good. I kind of like the Mushy Room here, because if I don't draw Cover of Night in time, or it's awkward when I draw it, it gives me some help, and it's also just kind of good to have. I think we'll take it. But yeah, I think we definitely Hellvent the Grow Room. And I think we want to put health here, because if I am going top floor with the Astrologer and the Cluster Kernel, then I need to survive the first hit from the flying bosses, both Kale and Seraph. Now, another thing to keep in mind that I really like about the way you can predict shops now is, along with the big upgrades not being replaced, without replacement, same thing with the small upgrades. So we saw the health and we saw the attack. That means we're guaranteed to see regen and conduit with our rerolls, and I really don't want to put those on anything that I have, so it's not worth it for me to reroll here. I should probably make a removal though, and right now that's definitely a Spear Steward, I think. I could remove again too if I don't think I need money coming up. I may not, because we're almost certainly going to this Empyrean Well. I don't know though. We need to think about Pyre health. Like, Pyre health becomes somewhat important to me now. And this Empyrean Well may not be that good. I already have the amount of Loamcoats that I want. I already have the amount of Grow Rooms that I want. I already have the amount of Rots that I want. The only thing I would really want to Hellvent is a Starstruck, but I think I would be better off Hellventing it. When I say Hellvent, that's a carryover from playing Monster Train 1. They're called Empyrean Wells now. We'll just call them dupes, so I don't confuse any newcomers here. But yeah, it's like I don't know that I kind of want to wait to get either a cost reduction, a holdover, or a double stack on that Starstruck. So I think this actually, we're going to go here and just get our Pyre remains refilled, get some Merchant of Magic upgrades, and get an Alcove, and that makes this Empyrean Wall a lot better, especially if we know we're going to skip that, and we may skip this. But if we don't skip this, it's maybe bad to hit 2 Merchant Arms, so I think this is actually, we're skipping the dupe here. I think that's pretty solid. If that's the case, so I definitely want to save my money for this Merchant of Magic, so we'll save the money and not make another removal. That's basically what I thought about there. Titan Skin here should be okay. It does mean this guy already starts with 40 Titan Skin. And he'll start with 4 more, but that's not too big of a deal. We're going to stack so much stuff on this guy that it's just not going to be a big deal. Alright, put you there. Same setup as before, except we're just much more powerful now. Alright, let's get the loam coat on you already. We don't care too much about sapping here. I definitely want to rot that guy. So they'll naturally die coming up. Let's go ahead and put the mushy room here. We'll play out the steward while we can. I may actually want to gravity this. I could shadowcast here if I want this to die, but it's like I could also just cast this. Because it's ephemeral, it's going to go away anyway. I think we'll do that, and then we'll just, we don't care too much about getting sapped here. And then yeah, let's gravity this. Just in case I draw double steward here. Or I guess I removed one of those stewards, so that was pointless. Yeah, whatever. Alright, do I want the grow room to go up top or down bottom? I think we want it up top since we did draw this, and let's go ahead and double stack this. Now they got extra damage, they're guaranteed to be stealthed for pretty much all time. We'll put the loam coat down here then, since I do want to stick this here. I don't think I actually want it. I messed that up a little bit. Actually, no, it's fine. Let's just do this. Because I want this thing to hit me. Yeah, that's fine. We still have our ability if we need it. I don't think I'm going to end up needing it here. Alright, you guys got that. Let's go ahead and put that there then. And let's see. Do I need to double play the rot here? I don't think I do, so I might as well greed out the moon ritual twice. I don't think I want to sap this floor too much, because I do want to put some damage on the boss, so why don't we mix around our conduit here so that it can start growing if it needs to, and then we'll hit this with 1 rot and that should be fine. We won't play any more spells there. I could have permafrosted those 3 cards, but they didn't really seem worth permafrosting unless I wanted to like not redraw them. Let's go ahead and hit this guy twice, or actually no, we'll hit one of them and just get that health saved up. Let's give you a conduit so that it starts growing. Let's get rid of this, even though it's not that important, but it's fine. We'll do that. I actually think I should do this because I still have one more. I have one more stalwart, so let's get decay in there. Get it dying. Alright, get a grow room here. Let's double play this. Hit that. Do that. Do that. Unfortunately, drew that there, but whatever. Play this here. May have to finish off this boss with some rots. Nope, looks like we're good. In that case, let's just make sure we perma-stack 2 extra things to the cycle staff. Looking good. Okay, we could take 1 more cover of night. We could take a hexalation if we want to overstack stuff to the top floor. I usually like to use it on my own units rather than as enemy. It's kind of overcosted, I think, for trying to apply spell weakness to enemies. But it's still useful. We just don't have any big damage spells. So I think I'm just going to take this. The Calcified Ember really isn't too much of a problem when I have the Looming Dark Shard. Inhale could be okay for our top floor, but I don't know. I don't really need it. I might just take the Mulch. Mulch seems fine. Just get some extra card draw. I think we do still commit to the left side here. I would not mind a Holy Stone. It's been nice to play the Bloody Moon for free, though. And if I play it for free, it's not doing anything there. And we have the holdover here. I think we definitely hold over the Starstruck. If I do that, then this makes more sense, because I'm actually playing Starstruck usually as my starting card. Let's go ahead and make that cheaper. And no need to reroll, because I can't afford it, anything that comes out of it. Normally this is very good, but I already have my rooms kind of figured out. I guess I could put the Spell Sanctum mid, but I think just getting this is okay. It's not really doing a whole lot for me necessarily, because I don't care about increasing the pip of my rooms. However, it is one, it's basically like a double razor sharp edge that I could put on something. It's not like super necessary. I could just take this to make the middle floor be where I actually set up my second floor, and then I eventually just replace it with a grow room, but until then my spells are cheaper. Given that I have an Odie's Totem and an Ember upgrade and an Ancient Roots, I don't think that's really that necessary. Let's just take that. Can't underestimate a one-time 20 damage buff. It's pretty useful. Let's remove one of these Stalwarts. They've been a little bit awkward. Or sorry, Shield Steward. Spoiler alert, they did used to be called Stalwarts, so just a little bit of trivia for you. Put you there. We're going to do the exact same setup. Unless I think I need to go mid here to deal with damage shield survivors, but I don't think we do. We may have to just want to do this. Okay, I could double play Cover of Night. I think that makes sense. I have a second one if I do brick on my grow room here. It's fine. Pretty bad opener though, I'm not gonna lie. Let's do this. So I almost don't want Kale to come here though. Let's do the, oh wait, okay. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. If I phase, I'm gonna give up a ton of damage here, but I also don't want this thing to give this thing damage shield, so I think I'm just gonna do this. Oops, wait. I'm so dumb. Well, I misplayed there. I'm still going to commit to no reloads, but that would be a perfect turn to reload if you're new to the game or if you don't care about reloads. The proper play there, since we started in Full Moon, was to ascend this cherub. It's all good though. We're just going to stack this here and there. If I take a little bit of fire damage, it's okay. Okay, we did hit the grow room here, so that's good. We definitely want to play that. Unfortunately, we don't have the stealth and the fun guy, but we eventually will. So this dies. It does kind of suck that we're bottom decking some of our damage. Seeing this happen is a little concerning. We obviously want to do that. Could do this. I think we do want to do this. The other option is to put it here. I actually think it's better here, maybe. Given that we're going to have to finish things up top. So this has Spell Shield 1. It's going to gain damage shield, unfortunately, but that's okay. I think we want to just stack some conduit. Oh crap, I should have played that first. I am really screwing up here. Well, it is what it is. We'll just have to recycle that. I don't know in this fight that it'd be super useful for me anyway. Is it just me, or did I not? Did it not ephemeral that? Yeah, whatever. Definitely gonna dupe this rot. Question is, okay, this dies automatically anyway, so we're good there. This thing would die naturally. I mean, 8 at 27 is 8 times 4. Yeah, we're fine there. Do have to wonder if maybe I should start focusing on the boss, because I think these floors are going to get taken care of just fine. May want to kill this cherub. I think we got to put some on the boss here. Let's get some conduit on these. If I play this here, I can troll the boss into coming mid. I think we do that, and I can permafrost this if I want to. I think I do, because there's not a whole lot else for me to permafrost currently. I just want to play this out, and I may actually want it to get a hit in. Trolling it to the middle because I don't want to take the damage to this guy. He needs time to get back up and running. So we have the cover of the night here. That's fine. We don't need to double play it. I think I want to double play the rot. All right, they're all dying, so we're good there. Wait, why did my guys lose their stealth? I think I need one more stack of stealth for that to work. So actually, if I want these guys to have stealth, I do need to double play the stealth right now. I forgot that the one stealth resolves before the propagate. So you actually need 2 stacks of stealth when that thing is in play. So that guarantees relentless if I double play that now. So I think that's what we do. These guys look like they're getting taken care of anyway. And then it also, we bottom decked the Luna Cycle Staff, which sucks. That would have given us extra cycles too, which would have been nice. So what am I worried about here at this point? Still probably this boss. We'll give these guys some sap so that I can get some more health here. I'll just do this and then do that. That way, just don't redrive. Alright, you can have that. We got both loam coats in play, so we can do this. I do want this to be played for 2, so I don't want to play it first. Let's put the mushroom there. Not that it really matters anymore. I guess I'll double play this just so that I can kill these before it hits me. And then we'll play this here. Just have this thing die, I guess. Play these, try to preserve some health. Now they're actually properly propagating their stealth. But that's something I need to keep in mind. I do need to, at that final Merchant of Magic. I guess we're hitting this one too, huh? It depends on if I need this Pyre Remains or not. Or the Vortex. I don't think I need the Vortex. I probably may want the Pyre Remains. But yeah, I do want to either Spell Chain or double stack that stealth card, because it's going to make it a lot easier for me to perma-stealth my floor. We're just focused on finishing off Relentless now. Our stack is starting to grow here, which is nice too. You'll notice the stack visually goes up as you get more fungi, which is kind of neat. Okay, we could either daze this guy a ton or rot him a ton. I like rotting him a ton, that seems more fun. I actually should have just double played the ritual, honestly, to get more permascaling on my thing here, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, they're all dead, but let's do this and that so that we get that health back, and he's still dead, so we're good. Can I use my skill? I'll use my skill too, just to get one more cycle. Boom. Okay, probably not the deadly variant. We don't have enough sap application for it to pop off, but it's definitely a usable card if you have enough sap application. But with only the mushy room and the gooey flask, it's probably not enough to care about it. Unearthed treasure could be interesting. That could get me my cover of nights back. Or a mulch. We wouldn't really want gooey flask back, but maybe. I'm kind of leaning towards Stardust Invocation. The only problem with this is it can be a little bit awkward because I always forget that it phases, and that can screw with my order of operations, but it's almost certainly just Stardust Invocation. Now, I honestly don't know here. I'm thinking draw upgrade. I already am drawing a draw upgrade with the ever-churning soil, and I also get kind of a draw upgrade with the looming dark shard, like half of a draw upgrade, shall we say. But I also have not been, like, hungry for Ember, I feel. The only reason to take the Ember upgrade is it would allow me to play out more stuff in my opener, and if I am going to hit a Merchant of Arms... How much Pyre health am I getting right now? Only 16? I mean, 16 is pretty much full health. That's putting me at 81. So I don't think I need to hit this arms node. And if I don't hit the arms node, I'm less inclined to take the Ember upgrade. Because right now, I can already play most everything I want out in my opener. I play the Astrologer out, I play the Cluster Kernel out, I play the Puffball out. That's all I really care about. The other units can just be removed. Granted, if and I have a Vortex coming up guaranteed if I don't hit that one, and yeah, I think I like the Merchant of Magic here. I also just get more money, and I think that means we take the draw upgrade. Intrinsic. Let's take a look here. All rooms, unfortunately, because we already have our rooms figured out, so we don't need those. So that's a brick, but that's okay. Very tempted to have a cover of night intrinsic, especially because top floor. I don't know that we buy this. It's not really that useful to us at the moment. I think we want this to be 0, because we're never playing it at the start of a turn. But sometimes we are. But I don't. I think for the most part we aren't, because we want to cost reduce an actual high cost card with our spell chain. Or with our emote tome, I should say. And then we just play that other thing. Alright, double stack definitely will go on the opening cover of night, I think. That way, if I can get I can play it double, and then I'm going to be having 4 stealth, so that's pretty good. We can do this as a pseudo removal of a Spore Touch. I think that's fine. Now we could take the sleigh, but we may as well commit to the full Mystic Hammer at this point. This run's looking pretty good to me. I think we're going to win. We get the toughest ring 7, but that's fine. Mark of Invasion, that makes things a little tricky. The Mark of Invasion ring 7 is no joke. They have double spell shield stacks, so I'm not killing them with my spells. This could make me have to do an awkward setup where I have to put like my... Yeah, or this is the worst trial I could possibly see here with everything, because it's like I'm going to lose a bunch of Pyre health from the amalgams if I'm not setting up bottom. Granted, I can replenish a little bit with Bloody Moon, but not that much. I'm going to pay a lot of Pyre health here, I think, if I take this trial. I very rarely want to skip the trial, but I think we already have a winning deck. It just sucks because I really could have used that money for this upcoming magic, but it's not that necessary. I don't really need money because I already have... The only thing I really want is either a double stack or a spell chain or a consumer move on the cover of night, and I have enough money without this trial to hunt for that. So we're just missing out on artifacts. I think we're fine. I don't want to throw this run by taking this trial. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright. So we'll do the same setup as we've been doing. I could see reasons to go middle this floor because the Savagery's Final Assault, those tanks, the amalgams, might not die mid, and I don't want to take Pyre damage, so let's set up mid. Kind of rethinking what I'm going to Hellvent at the end. I may have to do the Rot. We are lacking a little bit of front-loaded damage. And that could definitely be an issue. Well, either way, probably want to still do this. It does mean, you know, the fungi doesn't get it. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's do this. If I do this, I can get 5 extra damage along with another stack of 4 damage on that guy, or I can just do that and get more Pyre health. I think we just do this. We can get a good a good hit in here. I also could just permafrost this gravity and descend this guy if we need to. I think I like that. Alright, we're bottom decking. Grove. Definitely want to do this. I'm going to keep the... this guy should die naturally up top. I'm going to keep this for this amalgam if I need it. Might as well do this. Get some conduit up here. I'll put the mushy room here in case I do end up leaking actual units. This guy won't leak, but maybe some of the other tanks will. We'll just have to be prepared for it. And the nice thing about this is it will put the sap right before the pyre, so it will mitigate how much damage I'm taking. Man, I'm bottom decking like the loom coat as well. That kind of sucks. Okay, I definitely need to kill that. This guy's dying, that guy's dying. I may just use the gravity to kill that. I don't know, I can kill it with a spore touch. Yeah, let's do this. I'll hit you once. I'll hit you twice. Because this guy I'm going to have on New Moon. Definitely want that there. I need to get ready for Relentless. Question is, am I going to put the loam coat here? Or am I going to put it like here? You know, this guy being perma-stealth is out of the question now. These guys will be perma-stealth, but this thing's not gonna... But if I put the loam coat here, it might result in more overall damage. I think we do it here, though. This boss gains a lot on resolve. And I guess we put this here, because I do want to put the moonlit glaive, or the moon cycle staff or whatever on the other unit. I'm going to keep this permafrosted. I'm just going to give up the collector. I just don't need it. I much rather preserve my pyre health. Because it's going to be quite important. I very likely, seeing how this deck is going, I'm very likely going to be leaking this fight and the Seraph fight. I probably won't fight in the Titan fight. The Starstruck actually takes care of these amalgams pretty well. Right, let's get these in. Let's put this here. Granted, I can't daze this round. I may want to just preserve some health though by killing this other stuff. I could move this guy down this turn. I feel like I just want to keep holding this until I really, really absolutely need it. Like probably next turn. We have some conduit there. Let's put some damage in on it. We could sap them. We're on full moon right now. This guy dies next turn. I could just daze this guy twice and he'll die to my pyre. I think I like that. Oops, I fucked that up. I should have played this first. That misplay is pretty costly. That was pretty bad. That was definitely a bad one. I ain't gonna lie there. That was definitely bad. But what are you gonna do? I don't want to daze them. Let's go there. I'm going to hold this. This guy dies naturally. He won't damage me. This guy dies naturally. These guys could be an issue. I may actually... I don't know. Yeah, let's just hold it for now. I should actually do that. And then run New Moon already. I'll just stay there then. This guy's health is not at a good threshold. Let's not make the same mistake as last time. I still need to get rid of this stupid Spear Steward. Well, I don't know that I'm ending the fight next turn. I'm not too worried about Relentless overall. because my perma-stealthed floor should be fine. But, well, are they? They're not that much damage, but they're gonna, as long as I hope I redraw at least the rots within the next 2 turns, let's put it that way. It's pretty unlikely that I don't, but hopefully we do. I think we need to plan, though, for not finishing this fight on this turn. I think either way we're double playing the rots. Do this in the name of health. Do I need to save Shadowcast? I don't think so. I should just Shadowcast now. Then I'm guaranteed to go to Full Moon at the start of next turn. Is this guy gonna die? He's got 44 decay. That's about 120 damage. He won't technically die, so let's hit him. And then just hit that guy, I guess. Okay, we do get the rot. But I could also just daze this guy a bunch. Right, that guy's dying. This floor's fine. I think we're just gonna hit this guy with the rot. And that should be good enough. Yeah, we're getting about 300 damage per play of that. Some Pyre health back, and we're killing, so perfect. And we'll do that for good measure. Yep. We got through it. Definitely like this run better than the other 2 that I did. Just not quite as stompy. We definitely have some powerful stuff, but it's showing more of a typical way to navigate these fights. Eclipse Chamber, no. Glittering Drought, maybe. We don't have any actual heal other than regen, and it's been tough to keep Prickly Puffball alive, and it's going to become even more tough with the Seraph fight coming up. The other option is we could take a Mooncaller, which will, if I could fit it on the floor with Astrologer, could be pretty good, but it's pretty hard for me to do that. I'd have to draw it in my opening hand, or I would have to Gravity it, but I can't really Gravity it when it's at 5 health. And I'm not hitting the steel. I can just take that as a nice heal and a little bit of a conduit stack. Mushroom Cloud is not horrible here because I'm always going to have, hopefully, as long as Cluster Kernel doesn't die, I'm always going to have some mushrooms to play with. And it's just nice. I mean, 10 decay to the whole floor is pretty nice. And I have been lacking some damage. The other option is Racking Pain, which I don't like this card that much, but in this deck it would be maybe the extra damage that I need to finish off some of these tanks. Really, the tanks is the only problem at the moment. Both of these kind of solve that. The problem with the Mushroom Cloud is it's a one and done, and I wouldn't really want to remove the Consume if I see Remove Consume. Because if I see Remove Consume, it's probably going on like Cover of Night, maybe? I could see Cover of Night being okay. Hell, it would be the other one, though. And maybe it's not so good with the other one since it's not double stacked. But Consume Remove on this Stardust Invocation is probably just something I would do as well. So, probably don't want the Mushroom Cloud. I could take the Racking Pain. It does suck, though, if I draw it early. But it is what it is. I think it's worth taking. I don't have much money to play with here. Okay, Verdant Cycles certainly may be worth taking if I brick here at the Merchant of Magic. I have just enough money for it though, so I need to make a decision now as I look at it. It's basically a draw upgrade. I mean, I've got initial consume guaranteed, and then I have a bunch of additional consume. Yeah, and this holdover is not great, unless I want to hold over Racking Pain. I could also do this. That's not like that important. I think we take the artifact. It's either that, or I re-roll, and I may not even be able to afford the upgrades that happen, so I think we're fine with that. Alright, so we definitely want to get rid of the Spear Steward. I can keep the Shield Steward, because I have enough pip to just play that out, so maybe I just get rid of a Spore's Touch at that point. The Spore Touch does fall off in use later on, and we're still like above our like 30 threshold. What is Mulch threshold again? 15, yeah, so 30 for that, 30 for that, and it'd be 25 or 50 for that, so I think we're fine to remove another card here. And let's make it be one of them that recycles, so Spore Touch. And then the Hellvent, I'm wondering about this. It's our final decision before we go into the endgame here. It's a very important one. I'm less worried about the Titan fight, I think. I think my main thing here is it's questionable to me if I can keep Prickly Puffball alive, and if I can't keep him alive, then we got a problem. So I'm almost like, do I just take like the Glittering Drought? I definitely don't want to stealth my bottom floor, because then my prickly dude is not applying his damage. Could take another Loam Coat. I mean, that is a 20 health heal that I can replay. And it just makes it so my bottom decking of it is reduced. The other options are Rot, Starstruck. Probably not Starstruck. If we bottom deck it, we bottom deck it, so be it. The nice thing about Rot is might be what I need. Doesn't help me keep my units alive, but it still kind of does. I kill the backliners. I kill tanks. It helps with the boss. I believe it's Rot. It's also very powerful with my current setup. Alright, Rot it is. I think I can survive my tank dying with the amount of Rots that I have. So if we draw poorly, these fights could go bad, but we're gonna have to trust in our ability to navigate these fights no matter what gets thrown at us. So for this fight, I think we spread it top and bottom again. There's not a big reason for me to go mid. Right, so he survives that hit because we put the health on. We do start with the Cycle Staff and a Loam Coat. Loam Coat I think we put here for sure. I could put it here too. He has taken 28 damage, which doesn't leave him much time to survive. He will just die next turn. Yeah, we're definitely going to cover of Night here. I'm debating if I want to double play Rot, or if I want to double play Cover Night. I know we're doing this. Man, I never did hit another steal. I totally didn't think about the implications of Astrologer dying to corruption. Well, either way, I think we do this. If I would have thought about that a bit more, I would have Hellvented the Loam Coat and probably not cared about the Cycle Staff, because a Loam Coat could heal him. I still might just put a Loam Coat there. This guy will die naturally. I think we want to do this. And I want him to come mid next turn. I think he's still going to come bottom no matter what, though. We'll just do it like this. I didn't want to permafrost any of those either. It didn't seem like super worth permafrosting. Okay, he did come mid. I think it was a 50-50 there. Alright, grow room top and bottom for sure. Then the question is, what do we dupe? It might be mulch, then I draw 10. I really need to get to that daze like ASAP, so I think we do that. Let's do that. I don't care about him being in New Moon here. There's a ton of health on Seraph. We gotta make sure that we're putting damage on him throughout this fight. I may have to stealth here. Could reapply that. Could put this here. And I can heal this guy and stall out for a little bit. I need to place this down because I'm pretty sure I want to dupe that out of everything I see here. I want to dupe it at 0. I need this guy to live, but I don't know that I can do that. This is a very important turn. So I could keep this fun guy perma-stealthed if I Stardust Invocation the Cover of Night if I don't want to play this thing first, which I don't think I do. I think I want to basically... I want to perma-daze Seraph, and that should win me the fight. So the question is, what am I going to do beyond that? I'm pretty sure that we're playing this on somebody. It's either him, it's either him, it's either him. That's the options. Or that. I don't have any flat AoE other than this thing, and it would be pretty crappy to just lose this. Yeah, let's do that. It sucks that we're not in whatchamacallit right now. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go there. And then we phase that. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. Oh, what a fucking horrible play. This is why it's so hard to not reload. Well, that cost us perma-stealth on the fun guy. It is what it is, I guess. We're at full moon now. I don't actually need to daze him here because we just want to kill these things. Hit him with that. These things don't really damage me. Let's just hit that again then. We could heal it now, or try to keep him alive. I'm just delaying the inevitable with Astrologer. He's gonna die for sure. So I think we just heal this guy, keep him alive. We do have Grow Room up top. I think we still want to do this here. And this Avowed Gladiator needs to get taken care of, especially since we're losing Astrologer. We're giving up some damage, and a big, gigantic misplay for me to not perma-stealth this fun guy. Like, it really is a gigantic misplay there. I think for sure this is something we're going to permafrost, because I got the double gravity here. I think we keep those permafrosted along with the racking pain. And here, let's do this. I can hit it here or here. I think I hit it here. Alright, he's still dazed. We actually did gain some stuff here. I could put Acolyte onto the floor. And I have a decent amount of conduit. Too bad she's not quick. If she was quick, then I could totally get rid of this puffball. I mean, this puffball is probably going to die anyway, but... I mean, definitely the first thing I need to do is play the room and the unit out. I think the unit definitely could go... It could go here as a finisher. That might be better, because I don't know that I want... I don't need to end on New Moon, but I also don't want to have to force myself to end on Full Moon necessarily. And if I only need to finish off single units up top, then this makes more sense up here. And if this thing's dazed, it's not going to be applying the corruption. I think it makes more sense up here. And then we'll do this. Trying to limit the amount of corruption being applied here. I need to kill that thing. I could do it with... This doesn't kill it. But it does prevent it from resolving. Whereas this would just kill it. Let's do that. And then this, I can do one more stack of days there. I could kill that. Maybe I just kill this. And then let's give you some conduit. So at least I'm propagating the conduit on these two units for now, which will give her a little bit more damage. And let's see, that does some damage. Do it there. Maybe I just do this here. I do need to get some rots onto the boss though, but I'm just trying. You know, I need to wait probably till like 2 waves remaining to really start going in on that. I'd love to dupe the Rot here instead of the Starstruck, maybe. This floor is a problem. I think we definitely have to dupe this. Let's start thinking about Relentless, and in Relentless we need this thing dazed so much. Kill that. Do that. This guy's gonna be a problem. We're gonna just have to leak a little bit, I think. That doesn't help me too much there. Maybe here it's better. Maybe better for me to do this. I could play one of these. Like if I move this guy up, that might be okay. Then I at least get these main hits onto this unit. Or I could also just like kill this unit or this unit. I think we'll do that. You see how ridiculous this corruption is, though. It's like I've kept Seraph dazed the whole time, and I'm still dying with my Titanite dude here. I don't think there's anything I can do about it at this point, but at least I've taken care of the waves that are going to reach the Pyre, for the most part. This guy is definitely going to damage us. I don't think there's realistically any way for me to deal with that. I could go all in on it here, but given that Seraph is still at a very high amount of... Okay, given what we have here and that we're not in full moon, I think we're definitely just going to dupe the Rot this turn. And I think it goes on Seraph. And I just live. Keep in mind, this thing will retain its sap, so it's only really going to do like 1 damage to me. That's not that big of a deal. So let's just focus on this dude. I can kill that thing with gravity, so let's just get some conduit here. Stack this guy with decay. Kill that guy so I'm not shuffling scourges. Hit you once more and hit you with that. If I'm fortunate enough here, I might be able to kill the boss. I need this guy to not take damage though. Damn. I should have, instead of ending on... I did make a mistake there. I should have phased my ability last turn so that I start on full moon here. That's actually a pretty big mistake. Oh well, we can hit the Rot again, I guess. We're just gonna have to do that. Now this guy might hit me for a little more. Got 122 decay. I do want to kill this thing with this, I think. I really don't want to draw scourges here. I actually can't kill it cleanly here. So I guess we'll just kill that or something. Well, I think we focus on the boss here and we just eat the pyre damage. I think I'll have enough pyre damage to take out the titans. It's going to be close. Do that to save a bit of pyre damage. I'm going to end on New Moon here. We want to go into Full Moon, even though I'm gonna die to anything a Swift Breeze next turn, but I think our plan is hopefully... Oh wow, that did more damage than I thought it would. Oh, this guy... That's not good. I forgot that this guy's gonna die to corruption. This is really bad. A lot of this hinged on me thinking that I had a bunch of turns up here, like, 4 or 5 turns of stealth, but actually this guy's just going to die to corruption. I still might be able to survive with the fun guy. I don't know though, there's so much fucking damage coming in now. How can I get out of this? I mean, I'll still win this battle, but I need to mitigate how much pyre damage I'm going to take here. To get these guys hit. May actually want to move that guy up. If I'm ending on Full Moon though, maybe just move this guy up. Yeah, that's maybe better. So we won't play that. Take these guys out. Oh, I could have messed that up. Could have still played the card, but hopefully it won't matter. That's not fucking good. Just gonna have to eat this hit. I'm telling you, this guy is no joke for a lot of these decks. Granted, my misplays made this a lot harder than it needed to be. I think we're just gonna have to eat these hits because I really have to not let Seraph come through here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Still want to end on full moon here to mitigate pyre damage. It does mean I daze less next turn, but I think with the amount of days we've stacked here, he can actually go up to the pyre and die. Like, he's taking 600 a turn. I only need, what, between 100 pyre damage and 650, we'll say. It's like 750. He'll be down to 300. So he dies already to the pyre without hurting me. So now I just need to focus on mitigating the pyre damage that I already have, so that I can beat the Titans, because I'm not gonna, it's gonna be a long Titan fight, and oof, what the fuck, 21, man, that ain't good. Well, this is not good. I should have I didn't realize I wasn't going to take that much fucking damage to that last floor. I mean, that was a ridiculous amount of damage. I thought with the amount of sap I had and whatnot that I would be fine there. This guy dies in 2 hits. How am I dying here? This doesn't make any sense. Alright, so that clears. I'm just like, how am I going to beat it on 23 pyre health? I am debating just reloading this fight, because I think if I had never misplayed, then this fight goes a lot different. I don't think I can beat the Titans on 23 health. You know, I got a one-time sap. I don't know though. I can daze pretty much everything. You know what? We can't just give up like that. Let's try to do it. It's tempting to reload, but we gotta live a little. So 62 taken. I think I could have got that through that fight with probably like 10 taken if I had not misplayed. But I think I can daze Savagery and Dominion enough here, as long as I don't bottom deck that card, that I can actually get through this on 23 pyre health. We'll see. I may want to set up mid-floor with Arduin and Puffball to give myself some time. I don't know. Like, Puffball dying definitely screws me over. I think we go mid here. Alright, this is going to be a hell of a fight, but we're going to try it. Alright, we got the top-decked Brew Room. That's good. I actually think I will stealth this floor. The only problem is if I I don't know. We may want to gravity. We may want to gravity Arduin up. I don't know. Is that smart? I'm trying to think what having Arduin mid-floor accomplishes for me. I don't think it accomplishes much for me. I think we're going to bring him up. Do this. I think I could gooey flask this. Then at least I lock in the sap here. Could put this here. That way, eventually I can put... I do eventually want to put the Selene Acolyte on this floor. Ideally, I can get the stealth. I could have also just permafrosted. I should have maybe permafrosted the stealth. Alright, let's give some of this. I'll do this just to break a spell shield. I could do this actually just to save myself a significant amount of health. I think I will. I may have to, Alright, this is a moment of truth for me. Yeah, this is really awkward. If I want my fun guy to stick around, I need to double play the cover of night. But if I double play that, then this thing's not going to daze, and I don't double play it. I'm pretty sure we're double playing the Starstruck. I think I need to loam coat the cluster kernel to keep it alive. Otherwise it just eventually dies. Yeah, let's do that. I will daze you. I will daze you. I will daze you. I will probably ascend you as well. I think we just kind of give up on the puffball. I don't know. You know what? I can keep Cover of Night. Yeah, we're permafrosting this. Cover of Night, I do want to eventually get my fun guy going. The only question is, do I want to try to keep Puffball alive? Because I can keep Savagery dazed, then he'll never resolve. I can keep this guy dazed, he'll never resolve. I can kill a lot of these things with my leftover Starstrucks, and every now and then a ping here and there. So we could do this. He'll stick around. I keep that permafrosted. I stack dazed on this guy or this guy? This guy. And I should end in New Moon. Could ascend that guy. I think I'll just use this to ping one of them. I don't know though, this guy's just gonna naturally kill. He's gonna die next turn and kill all of them. Unless I do this. I think even if I do that, he is dying next turn because I put my loam coats up here. Could also just play this to get it out of there. I'm probably not playing Pyre Light. I'm going the long haul here. I could do this just to get Conduit stacking. Let's see, you have Conduit, you have Conduit. You two don't have Conduit. Why don't we put Conduit here? Then I can keep Gravity for when I need it. Could still just use this here, I don't know. I may need to heal here to get this Supplicant to die next turn without me having to waste stuff on it. I think that's fine. That was almost a misplay. I mean, it was a misplay, but it didn't hurt me. I should have waited on my permafrost. Eventually we're going to have to like double play Rot, but I don't think we're there yet. I think we want to go sap bottom floor and then grow room here, so we'll do that. Wait, why did I... Oh, did I fuck that up? I didn't end on New Moon. Well, you know what? That's fine because we had to double play this anyway, so the misplay doesn't actually matter. Me doing this, now I'm going to permafrost Fun Guy. I think that's fine to do. Alright, they're dead, but I'm at least killing the Scourge Shuffler. That's all I really needed to do there. We still want to stack some Dazed. Let's go... get you with some Conduit. Get you. Let's get the Rot ticking. Who's going to take the longest for us to kill? Dominion will actually die the fastest for us. I think Entropy will die the slowest, so... Let's start some damage on Entropy. Let's make sure... I'm ending on Full Moon. I'm not going to end on Full Moon, so let's go... here. Kill that, and then I'm going to go to New Moon so that I start on Full Moon, and I get more damage. Alright, we definitely want the mushy room down here. We haven't slayed yet, so we'll have to recycle the Acolyte. I think we're definitely putting this here. We got our items filled up there. This might have been more ideal eventually in the Acolyte. I just don't think I have time to try to recycle all of that. So now we're ready to start stacking Dazed. Let's hit you. Hit you. These I don't care too much about. Other than I definitely don't want to leak them. But probably hitting on this turn doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Just gotta make sure this guy's... You know, he's dazed 1, 2. I don't need to daze him again because once he gets here, I'm stealth and he's not gonna kill anything. You know what, the Slain Acolyte, I just realized I'm never gonna be able to play this because I actually stealth too early. I don't know that that's necessarily a misplay though. I don't know that I could have waited so long on that. It was a really good turn to apply the stealth. I think we can survive without Slain Acolyte, so I still probably won't play it because I do need to play this Rot this turn, and that's where that 2 Ember is going. Maybe I just... let's see. Yeah, there's not really anything else to do other than to hit this. So let's stack that guy probably twice. And we want to end on New Moon again. So we'll definitely play this, and I don't have anything else that I need to wait on, so let's get the conduit here. Now I've got conduit on all 4 units stacking. This guy's at 2897. I think we continue to stack this unless I think I need to hit this. I think 6115 and maybe like 120 to 130 should kill that, and then Arduin should kill the final unit there, so let's stack there. I'm going to keep the gravity if I need it against this chosen assassin. Ah, that's bad. Well, it is what it is. I could play the Racking Pain to do damage, or I could just play the Shield Steward to get it out. I think I want to play Racking Pain to get 200 damage in. 6115, 115. So do I want to do does this do 241? It's actually better if I hit it here then, if I don't want to play this out. I mean, it's essentially removed from my deck right now. I draw 6. I actually draw 7 though, and I generate a card. Yeah, I think I do want to play this out. We'll just play that out. I think we're good. Oops, almost hit the undo button. Alright, we got a lot of chosen entropies here. We definitely gotta not let these 2 units come up. And that'll be fine. I mean, they can come up. Racking Pain. Oh, you know what? Because I'm dazing this guy, I'm not actually generating the Pyre Light. That's fine. Pyre Light would have been nice here, because I could ascend one of these units and just Pyre Light it to death. But I think we're just going to be able to Starstruck most of these here. I also have the option to play Rot double here, which probably one of them kills that. I think I still just want to do this because I have the Stardust Invocation. I can stack so much days this turn. So yeah, let's daze you. I'm going to make this guy just stacked with daze for the whole fight and then focus the rest on like savagery. So that goes there. He dies. We just need to hit this guy. This will phase me, but I can Moon Ritual again. Although I don't have my ability, I do want to end on full moon. So I did misplay there a little bit. I should have... Yeah. Because we're not going to play Moon Ritual. I mean, I have the option to just end the turn on full moon as well, if I want to play the Moon Ritual. I don't think I want to do that. I thought, so what's going on here? 60, 98. The sap is screwing with my calculation here. I could hit that guy once, and then 60 plus 98, that's 158. Then I only need to daze this guy twice. 58. Now let's do this. Let's go. Oh, they're dying. because I'm on new moon, and these actually got... Okay. That's fine. I definitely misplayed this turn, but not the end of the world. Doesn't matter where I put that, I just need to play it out, because it's not going to survive up top because of the stealth. I think I just need to Racking Pain... Maybe this guy? Entropy? Because it's not going to do any damage otherwise. Right, we're ending on full moon again. This guy still has 3 stacks of Dazed. So we want to definitely stack this guy at least twice. Could be a good turn to Rot. I am definitely going to need it, because I got to kill these fuckers. Alright, we know for sure we're doing this. Need to hit him one more time, actually. So now, what do we do beyond that? This floor is pretty easy. This is the floor I need to worry about. Let's Rot you. I need these guys to kill that guy, and then these guys need to die. That's easy enough with this. And then this... I got the unfrozen thing here. You know, it's kind of weird, but I think we need to ascend this Ardent this turn. And then just stack him. Because I'm going to lose 2 stacks when the Ardent comes up. It's my only real way to... The spell shield on the backliner here is going to be a problem, so... Yeah, we got to do this. And we want to end on New Moon. I'm incanting the enemies, but I'm not planning on leaking any of them, so it's fine. Alright, so this floor is taken care of. This guy's still dazed for 1. This guy will be dazed for 2. I just need to take care of this floor. I want to play this for 2. I do want this thing to duplicate still. So let's go here. Do that. This is probably the best way to deal with that. And then I probably just need to Rot the back guy, because those 2 guys are going to die just fine. The fun guy might get close to being able to kill it. Let's see, it's gaining what? I mean, I got to factor in that I might sap. I don't think I do sap, though. We already got all the sap out of the way. I think I need to Rot him, because now actually Entropy is dying faster. Let's hit him once. I think that takes care of that. I got the gravity if I miscalculate here. I think I'm fine though. We'll end on New Moon again. I want to save my ability in case I have a turn where I don't draw Moon Ritual. Okay. Is this a turn where I need to double play Rot? Because I am having horrible breakpoints here. Wrecking Pain could get me out of this, though. I already got 3 days stacked there. I could probably justify not having that get duped. I don't know, that still seems like the best dupe right now to me. Yeah, I think it's still the best dupe. Nah, I think this one's Rot. The Ember just sort of works out. Alright, they're all dying. I need to Rot you. Because I can't survive forever. Kill that with that. This floor is going to be tough. There's no way I'm getting through it. I think I can count on killing the Gladiator, but I actually need to stack, like, this guy. End on New Moon again. I need to keep this frozen. Definitely double playing Rot here, I think. We got 2 days there. I don't know, though. I kind of need to daze the shit out of this guy. I don't have a great Bloody Moon this turn, unfortunately. But I'll still play it to heal. Alright, yeah, I'm still going to do this. I need to make sure I get 3 stacks on this guy. And then this one still goes up here. And this will go here. That guy will die naturally. Next turn I can keep this guy dazed enough that he just dies. I'll probably put this here. Start trying to do some damage there. I don't want to send anybody. Alright, this guy's dying pretty well now. Let's go put the damage back there. If I thought this turned out a little bit more, I would have ascended one of these guys. But it's all good. We want to end on New Moon again. I could descend one of them. But this floor is already a problem, so I don't think so. Okay, with us ending on New Moon, that will naturally kill the Gladiator. This guy dies, so we just need to stun this guy. This is why we stack days here. It's like, I have 2 days there, 2 days there, so I don't have to stack them this turn, and I do need to stack them, like, on these guys. I do need to kill that thing, too. I might just descend it down below with Savagery this turn. So this is a turn I think we want to double play the Rot, right? Because I need to daze this guy twice and then Rot him. I'll just Rot him twice, but that actually takes care of him. Then I end in New Moon, that kills that guy, so that floor is taken care of. I think it's time to use this, because I don't want to be silenced here this turn. So let's get our... Where are we going to put the other days here is the question. Do I just stack this guy one more time or stack this guy? Let's stack that guy. Stack him one more time. I think we'll finish the fight hopefully soon. We need 8 more turns to finish this fight roughly, but I can also put some decay up there eventually. 190. Oops. Yeah, let's put some decay here. Put that there. They're dying. I want to descend you. I could actually descend that guy. That actually makes more sense. I'll just have to live with the fact that this guy... I can actually just kill him just fine. Let's end on New Moon. That guy's a tad annoying. I'm gonna kill this guy just so I'm not dealing with the weirdness of losing my New Moon stack, because I do want to push that damage. We're looking really good here, though. I think we've got this locked down. This guy can come up top. Let's hit you once. We want to hit you. Hit you. Hit you. This floor is taken care of. This floor is taken care of. It's time. We might as well wait till the next turn to stack on this guy. That way we benefit from the conduit damage. So let's stack this guy while we can. Just make sure that we're ending on New Moon. So do you believe me now when I say that most runs are much harder than those stupid Pyre Dominion runs? This was a fun run, though, wasn't it? Was this not a fun run? I sure think it was. Let's see, we don't overdraw here, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and stack him. I'm a little bit short here to kill that, but that's fine. Let's do this. So this guy's dying. I may want to rot up top, because I can do this here to push a ton of damage. The other option is to rot this supplicant. When I think I'm just going to daze it. Yeah, and then we'll rot here so that I can accelerate that dying, and we want to end on New Moon. I actually can push more damage if I just descend this. I might as well. So once Savagery goes down to 0 HP, it starts to trample the damage forward. So I pushed an extra... Oh, I actually didn't push any extra damage there, but it was the thought that counts. Alright, we're pretty close to winning this. Yeah, we're fine. So, actually we'll just open with that. We should be able to just do that, and then he'll die next turn, Entropy will die next turn, Savagery's already dead, so we won. Hey, is that a hell of a run, or is that a hell of a run? I think that was a hell of a run, personally. Oh, we got a lot of conduit now. We're just like... We'll actually kill Entropy this turn, so that's nice. Let's see, we'll just push that damage, do this. I might as well descend him just in case. End on New Moon and we're good. Now we just hit end turn and we should win, but we might as well get our 2 health back just on principle. Here, let's hit you twice. Boom, baby. Hey, did you think I was going to be able to win that going into that fight with 20-some HP? This is why you just gotta believe. You can take the easy way out and reload Seraph, and I wouldn't blame you. But let me tell you, the high I'm riding right now, way worth not reloading. What a fucking fight. What a fucking fight. This is what Monster Train 2 here is all about. That is one hell of a run. Misplays and all. You know, I'm the type of guy, I make the dumbest misplays, but then I make some pretty smart comebacks, right? That's what I'm all about. Anyway, that was a very long run, but that was a fun run. Hopefully that was as fun for you as it was for me. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.